Hey everyone, Nick here and welcome back to Gamerjoob, and welcome back to our Poppy Playtime character concept series. So the character we've created for today's video is known as Darantula. So we're going to this character's backstory, gameplay mechanics, and all that good stuff as well. But before we do any of that, do be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Gamerjoob as it helps a lot and it's greatly appreciated. But alrighty, with that all out of the way, let's get into the character concept for Darantula. So previously in our Poppy Playtime character concept series, we've been following the journey of our secondary character known as Crashbot. Crashbot has a special mission that he needs to complete, but the evil toy characters here at the factory have been trying to stop him from completing this mission. Crashbot has found himself stuck in the dough production area of the factory and has faced off against multiple dough-themed characters. So far he has met Doughrantula, the Weirdos, and Doughbot. Each of these characters offered up their own unique abilities and challenges. Luckily, Crashbot escaped from all of them unharmed, but now he finds himself at the end of the dough production area, and what he finds there isn't what he expected. It looks like this whole area has been destroyed. All around are piles of rubble and broken machinery. Crashbot sets out his new drone hand to scout the area. It seems that the exit to the dough production plant has completely collapsed. What on earth happened here? Regardless, Crashbot needs to find another way out of here, and he doesn't want to stick around to find out what caused all this damage. So he sets out to see what he can find. There must be an air vent or something else that... What on earth was that? All of a sudden, this large monstrous creature has broken through the wall. Its body appears to be made from a large pile of dough, and its legs are made from the rubble in this area. Crashbot makes a run for it and tries to get somewhere safe. This mystery creature quickly follows after and tries to devour him. What could this strange pile of dough possibly be? Crashbot has never seen a toy that looks like this, and as far as he's concerned, this toy doesn't exist at Playtime Co. For the most part, Crashbot was correct. This thing wasn't actually a toy. This was the dough itself that was used to make all the other toys. So back while the Hour of Joy was taking place, a tragic accident happened in the dough processing plant. The large metal vats that mix up and create all the dough were left unattended. With what was going on at the factory, no one was paying attention to the dough vats. The tanks reached full capacity and suddenly ruptured. All the workers in the area were covered in the searing hot mixture of molten dough. The bodies of all the workers melted together and their DNA was fused with the dough. This dough became sentient and formed into the creature known as Darantula. It managed to create spider-like legs from all the rubble surrounding them. Now Darantula can move around and devour anything it sees. All it wants is to consume and get as large as possible. Just like a spider in a web, it'll attack anything that moves. And its latest victim turns out to be our little Crashbot. Finally, Crashbot has managed to hide in a security office and has gotten away from Darantula. It's still out there looking for him, and he needs to be careful. Luckily, Crashbot has found a map and it looks like there's another way out of here. There's a large drying furnace that is used to dispose any leftover dough from the production process. It seems there's a disposal shaft at the end of this furnace that leads out of this area. It was worth a shot and it looks like it's his only option. So Crashbot sets out to locate this drying furnace. On his way there, he would need to unlock multiple doors and obstacles. He would also need to be quiet and not attract the attention of Darantula. But as he gets closer to the furnace, this wouldn't be an easy task. As he passes through a scanner, an alarm rings out. Darantula now knows exactly where he is and makes a run for it. Crashbot locates the furnace and tries to reach the disposal shaft at the end. But in order to open it, he'll need to activate the furnace. Moments later, Darantula has finally found him, and it'll stop at nothing to destroy our little robot protagonist. So whilst dodging attacks from Darantula, Crashbot would also have to activate multiple switches for the furnace. After he activates every switch, the furnace starts to fire up. This furnace is getting very hot and extremely dry. Any moisture in the air is quickly evaporated. And the same was happening for Darantula's slimy body. Slowly but surely, it was starting to dry out and crack. If Crashbot can keep it inside the furnace for a little longer, then surely its body will dry out and crumble. So switch after switch, Crashbot activates them all. And finally, the hatch opens up. He runs towards the hatch and goes to make his exit. But at the last second, Darantula blocks his way. Just before this creature makes their final attack, they notice something. All the stretchy dough that made up its body and limbs was dried out and was starting to crack. Moments later, their body crumbles into pieces. Finally, they've been defeated and now Crashbot can make his exit. After everything he's been through, finally he'll be leaving this dough production area. But as to where this disposal shaft will take him next is unknown. Hopefully he'll be able to find his way out of the factory soon enough. But I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens next on Crashbot's journey. So I think that Darantula would be a pretty interesting character to add to our Poppy Playtime roster of characters. I think that its design is quite creepy, and when it's stalking the player, they would need to be extra careful not to alert this creature. I also think the spider-like design is quite fun and also pretty intimidating as well. The player needs to be extra careful when dealing with this enemy, because if they aren't, this hideous pile of dough and rubble will be the last thing they ever see. Alrighty everyone, well that's all we have for this chapter in our Poppy Playtime character concept series. I hope you all enjoyed this special chapter with Crashbot on his journey to escape the factory and reveal the truth. Crashbot will be returning in future chapters and may have something to do with the main player's journey overall. But we'll just have to see what happens and where the overall story takes us as well. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video, then do be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe as it helps out a lot and it's greatly appreciated. Also, do be sure to comment down below what you thought of Darantula and what you thought of this chapter as a whole as well. And lastly, I just want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in each week to watch our videos and help support the channel. Also, an even bigger thank you goes to all of our Gamerjoob members who help support the channel as well. If you'd like to be a Gamerjoob member, then do be sure to click the link down below or the join button. But alrighty everyone, until our next chapter in our Poppy Playtime character concept series, I'll catch you later, bye.